Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This episode is going to be an exciting one because I've decided to do a Q&A, meaning questions and answers session. And I asked you guys on Instagram to ask me anything you would like to know about me, and I'm about to deliver those answers. Thank you so much for watching my YouTube channel and for subscribing and for sharing. I love you all and I hope you guys enjoy this video. So these questions are quite a lot. It's going to be a bit difficult to answer all of them, but I think I'll just pick and choose the ones I feel are necessary to answer, because some people ask really silly questions, or rather very personal questions. So I'm going to keep it I'm going to answer the questions that make more sense to me and those questions that I'm comfortable with answering. All right, so the first question actually right now that I have is from Script Music, and he's asking me, if Puma offered you a deal, would you dump your Nike collection, or is it checks overall? Oh my gosh, Puma is quite a big brand, and if I were to be offered an endorsement deal or some type of deal with them, of course I'd dump my Nike collection, because I'm not making any money from Nike. I just really love the brand. But if a different brand comes on board and wants to sponsor me and give me some dough, yo, excuse me, I need to survive, I need to eat. And I actually knew somebody was going to ask for my skincare routine, and that's why I came prepared. I don't necessarily have a skincare routine. Luckily for me, I have very good genes. I was born with okay skin, really good skin, although dry, but I do my best to keep it as moisturized as possible. But these are my three products that I always use each and every day. Although sometimes when I feel like my skin, I have dead skin, or I just feel like my skin is not its usual self, I'd either scrub, and what I use most is Top Score. I probably use it once a week. When I feel like my skin needs some, retouching. I use Top Score. I literally just put it in water, and then in my hand, I just put like a bit of Top Score in my hand, add some water, and then just mix it, and then I just scrub my face with it, and then I wash it off. It actually really leaves my skin so soft and silky, and yeah, I feel like it really helps remove the dead skin. This is the bar soap I use for my face. It's Dove, and it's called the Beauty Cream Bar. This one, I've been using it since, I don't know, since I could remember, for as long as I could remember. I've been using this specific bar soap for my face, and then I'd moisturize with the Nivea Soft. I've also been using this for a very long time. I can't even count the years that I've been using it for. And for my body, I use this specific one. It's also from Nivea. Sometimes I mix it with glycerin, because like I said earlier, I have extremely dry skin, so I always use this. And in winter, before I apply this lotion, I'd apply shea butter and then apply this, just to keep my skin nice and moisturized and soft. I hope that answers your question. That was from Lena Shipata actually. And you guys, I'm actually reading from my Instagram thingy, so in case you guys think I wrote them down or whatever, and I haven't seen the questions yet. I'm only seeing them for the first time now. Okay, let me see what else I can answer. I knew this question would come. For all of you that want to know if I'm in a relationship and with who, yes, I am in a relationship, but I'm not going to say with who. Those who know, those who don't know, and those who are guessing, you might be right, you might be wrong. But yes, I am in a relationship, and I'm not comfortable revealing my partner's name. All right, here's a difficult one. What are you passionate about? I'm quite passionate about a lot of things. Yeah, I'm passionate about my work. I'm passionate about my my family. I'm passionate about my my mind, just things that drive me. I have a lot of passion in me, and everything that I put my mind to, I perfect it, and I make sure that I deliver. I make sure that I execute it to the best of my ability. So yeah, I'm passionate about mostly, I think, my work, because that is the one thing that is most challenging to me. It's the one thing that feeds me, and it's the one thing that I'm really proud of. A lot of you are asking me if I have any suggestions for skin. Like, a lot of people have acne and so forth. Like I said, my skin is not a very problematic skin, and I wouldn't suggest that you use the products that I use, because if you have acne, or if you have some sort of skin disease or something, you might probably want to visit like a professional, somebody who knows about skin, somebody who studied skin problems, because I'm not a professional, I'm not an expert on skin. I just use what I use and it's worked for me. I don't think it will work for people that have acne, because I don't have acne. So I really can't give my opinion about the products you should use for your skin. All right, so how old are you? How much do you weigh? And how tall are you? Okay, the last time I was I measured my height. I think it was when I was getting my height. No, it was last year actually. I'm 1.76 meters tall. I think I should be between 57 and 58 kilograms at the moment, and I am 31 years old. I'll be turning 32 on the 4th of October 2020. I'm not ashamed of my age, actually. I feel like my age is something I'm so proud of, because not a lot of people live long enough to say I'm 31 or I'm 32. So with every age comes a new blessing, comes new wisdom, new experiences. And with new age also just comes a different person, because I wasn't the same person I was at 28 or at 21. So me turning 32 just opens up a lot of doors of opportunities and experiences, and just overall good change, I hope. You guys ask the most random questions. Somebody's asking me what my favorite sex position is. You guys realize that I share this broadcast with my entire family, right? I'm not about to be exposing my bedroom activities on my YouTube channel. But, you know, I like to lie on my stomach a lot. I'm not saying that's my favorite position, but when I need to rest, I lie on my stomach, flat on my stomach a lot. That's as much as I'm willing to say at this point in time. Hi mom, hi daddy. Oh, somebody asked me, are you bisexual? I noticed Bev blushes too much in your videos. Oh, you think Beverly blushes in my videos? I am not bisexual. Women are not my thing, to be honest. I've never been bisexual. I've kissed girls, naughty kisses, but not something serious. It's just you're having fun, you're in the club, you know, you love your friends, mwah, you know, but I've never had sexual attractions to women, or I've never had feelings for a woman. I think like everybody, we've just experimented, but I've never actually been bisexual. I'm 100% straight, and yeah, and Beverly and I, we're friends. I think it's just because we have so much love for each other. So I think I make her so happy that she's happy and blushing and just very content when I'm around her. Same way I feel when I'm around her. We just make each other really happy, and I think that's why you would think she's blushing. But we just really enjoy each other's company. We enjoy spending time together, and yeah, it's love. It's love. It's a lot of love. All right. What happened to Aihe, and is Lavinia your daughter? Nothing happened to Aihe. I think the fact, because Aihe used to live with me, her mom went to China to study, so she used to live with me. 3 or 4 years ago, her mom graduated and came back to Namibia, so she obviously had to go and live with her parents. That's why I don't spend as much time with Aihe as I used to, because we used to live in the same house. But now she's with her parents, obviously, and she'll come over for the weekend once in a while. But she's still my baby girl. Always my love, the love of my life. And like I said, I don't have children. Lavinia is my cousin's daughter. They live with me, and of course she's always in my room. She's always following me around in the house. That's why you guys see so much of her around, and I love having her around. She's a beautiful, amazing little girl, very smart, intelligent, happy, helpful as well. And yeah, I just really adore her. I adore her. I love her. But she's not my daughter. She's my cousin's daughter. Will I be going back to Nigeria after the lockdown? I'm sure I would. I travel a lot. I love traveling. Nigeria, especially when it comes to my acting career, that's where I'm based. Like, that's where I do most of my acting. And yeah, definitely I have to see my girl Beverly as well. Like I have to visit, she has to visit. So definitely yes, I will be coming to Nigeria when when the lockdown is over and when this whole coronavirus thing is a thing of the past. Someone wants to know why I quit radio. I wouldn't say I quit radio. I worked for Fresh FM Namibia, 102.9, my first radio, and my first and only radio job, actually. I think with the radio, you are required to be on air a lot, and unfortunately I travel a lot, I work a lot, and I always had to ask for time off, and it's a bit frustrating to my bosses to always be asking for. Sometimes I'll ask for a month off, or I'll just suddenly get a job somewhere and then I have to call them the next day and tell them, unfortunately I won't be able to make it for my slot on the so date. So it just became very frustrating, and I decided to just, you know what, let me just concentrate on other things, and they can find a replacement that is available more than I am. So that's what happened. All right. Do you have what you want in life, or do you already have it? If so, what is it? What do I want in life? To be able to be myself, to be able to do the things I love, and to be able to take care of the ones, of the people that I love. With life, the more you gain, the more you want. So I could say, for example, when I was 24, I said I wanted to have my own house and to have a car that's paid off, and obviously to buy my house cash, and to obviously have to also buy a car cash. I did that, and now I want another car. I want a Mustang, also cash, and then I also want a bigger house. Not that I'm not happy with the house I have right now, but once you have something, you start to want more. You start to have bigger expectations for yourself, which is actually the whole purpose of growing, and that's the whole purpose of, changing for the better. Obviously, I won't just get a Mustang at the click of a finger. You have to save up, and you also have to sacrifice other things, so it won't be easy, but it's when you set goals for yourself, then you work harder and you're focused and you know what you're working for, who you're working for. And I think that's how we should all see life. You acquire the one thing, and now you challenge yourself to get the next thing. And I believe with life, that's how you keep yourself busy, that's how you keep yourself motivated, and that's how you grow as a person. How do you handle all the fame? Wow, I always answer this question with, I just stay grounded, I stay true to myself, and I never lose myself or the essence of who I am. A lot of people just become overnight celebrities, or they get fame overnight, and then they don't know how to handle it. They don't know how to act. They start changing towards the people that have been with them from day one, because now they feel like they don't match their aesthetic, if I can say that. But it took a very long time for me to be where I am today, and I think with the kind of parents that I have, they've instilled a lot of discipline, a lot of discipline. They've instilled a lot of discipline in me, and they've taught me about humility. They've taught me about respect for others as well as for myself, and I think that's what keeps me grounded at all times. I'm somebody that has a lot of respect for people. I have a lot of love and genuine care for people, and I think even with the so-called fame that you guys say I have, I never ever forget where I came from. I never forget where I want to go, and I think that is what has kept me above, that has kept me in check. Actually, it has kept me in check, and it has kept me sane, and it has kept me where I am, and it will obviously also keep me where I need to be and where I need to go. The most embarrassing thing I have experienced. Firstly, I'm someone who gets embarrassed very, 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 very easily, and I don't take embarrassment very lightly. Like, I get embarrassed, like ridiculously embarrassed for the most silliest things. If I were to mention one specific embarrassing moment, of course, I've hit my forehead on glass doors. I have fallen in public, but I think the one most embarrassing thing must have happened in 2014. That's when I moved from Samsung to iPhone. So my friend needed to make a phone call, and his phone died. So I'm there fiddling with my iPhone, trying to remove the battery so that they can use my battery. No. So I'm like, okay, you do it. I don't know how to do it. So I'm giving him the phone so he can remove my battery. And he's like, huh? I'm like, no, you can use my battery. And he just starts laughing, and I'm wondering what's funny. So everybody around us is laughing. And I'm thinking, what is funny? It's like, Maria, iPhones, like, they don't have detachable batteries. So I need a charger. I can't use your battery. And then I just realized, yeah, you don't have the option to actually open up the case and remove your battery and put it in another iPhone. So I think that was the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to me. Wow. Don't judge. Have you ever been Miss Namibia before? No, unfortunately not. I made it to top 5 though. I was a contestant in 2013, I think. Yeah, 2013. I made it to top 5. Unfortunately, I didn't win, which was kind of a blessing because then I was able to go to Big Brother. I don't think I would have been able to go to Big Brother had I won Miss Namibia that year. So it was kind of a blessing in disguise. Yeah. So, what tribe am I? I am a proud Oshiwambo. That's it's a tribe from the northern regions of Namibia, Oshiwambo speaker. I'm from the Ndonga community. I was born in Eheke. It's a village very close to Ondangwa, and yeah. And if I were to say hello in my language, I'd say, there's actually no hello, but I'll say Ongini, which means kind of, how is it? How's it? You know, how are you? Ongini, and then you'd respond with Onawa, meaning it's good. All right, somebody's asking me, where did you go for acting classes and how did you get your first radio job? I was at UNAM. I studied media as well, and I had I forgot the module's name, but it was acting basically. That's the only acting classes or lessons that I had in my life. And then how did I get my first radio job? It's a very interesting story actually. Back then, a certain Mr. Norman owned Fresh FM, and he was watching Watagwan, and that's the time I featured in Dirty Kandeshi, PTK's Dirty Kandeshi, and we went on Watagwan to do an interview about the music video. And then the owner of Fresh FM that day was watching. He was watching the interview, and he told his Fresh FM manager to look for my number and call me and offer me a job on their radio station. Quite interesting. And that's also how I got my first TV job, which was in Ghana. I went to Ghana just, for public appearances and stuff like that. So I was also being interviewed on a show. I forgot the show's name, but I remember Bella Mundi was the one interviewing me that day. And then the owner of that TV station was watching the interview, and then he's like, I like her personality. Ask her if she would like to move to Ghana and work for our TV station, which was GH1 at the moment. At first I was just like, really? But then I thought, okay, cool. Of course, I'd love to work in Ghana, but I didn't really think it would manifest into anything because people get excited and they say all sorts of things. And then I came back to Namibia. They sent me my contract and they sent me everything, and I signed, and I was out of here. And I went to Ghana, and that's how I got my first TV job. I've never actually had to do any job interview in my life. Like the grace of God follows me everywhere I go. Amen. If I was your young sister, what would you advise me as life gets difficult at times? This is what I tell even my younger cousins. Life is hard, but the good news is nothing lasts forever. What you're going through today will eventually, you'll eventually overcome. Just keep going. Be strong. Be honest. Talk about it, cry it out. I don't like people being strong in a sense where they hide their emotions or where they suppress their emotions. I'm a very, very emotional human being. I express myself. If something is happening in my life, if somebody is hurting me, I express. I don't like keeping things in my heart. I like to tell it as it is. I'm not a rude person, but I will tell you where you're going wrong. I will tell you something I don't like when you're doing it, and I will talk to someone if I'm going through stuff. I won't keep it to myself. And I will cry. I just won't cry the whole night, but I have to let it out. And that is the one thing I think is very important, to stay sane and to just make sure that at the end of the day you're okay and you're fine. And I really wish people would stop telling people stop crying. Let them cry, because if they hold it in, it's going to turn into anger, it's going to turn into aggression, it's going to turn into something that is uglier. Just cry it out, and just, you know, but don't stay on the same thing. Don't be stuck in one place. Just try your best to move on from it, you know, and you should be fine. Yeah? Yeah. I'll send you my quotation for all that professional advice. Have you ever been in love? Yes, many times. I love unconditionally. I love with my whole entire being. I give my all when I'm in love. I am in love, and it's a beautiful, beautiful feeling to feel something for someone, and to be able to be something to someone, to be able to help someone through their worst times, and to be able to motivate someone, and to be able to be there for someone in ways that nobody else can be. It's so beautiful. Love is beautiful, whether it worked out or whether it didn't work out. But what you experienced and what you were to each other is a memory that you should keep forever, and a memory that you should cherish for as long as you live. Love is beautiful. Love is kind. Love is... Y'all know how it goes. Y'all know how it goes. How do I get my hair to grow so fast? Hold on 1 second. I'm back. I had to get these products. Ever since I cut my hair, actually before I cut my hair even, I used to use their products. It's called Nema Cosmetics. They make products from Ombeke. I don't know if Ombeke is oil or if Ombeke is... Yeah, I think it's Ombeke. I think Ombeke, it's liquid. It's products, content from Ombeke. And they make shampoos, conditioners. Oh my gosh, I just had a run to get these products, so I'm out of breath. They do hair food, oil, you name it. Even my favorite product from them, actually, now that I have natural hair, is their leave-in combing cream. This baby right here is everything. I wash my hair, obviously, I shampoo, I moisturize the hair. This is Ombeke hair pomade. I put it on my scalp and I apply a bit in my hair while it's still wet. And then I apply this beauty here. It's magic. And then my hair is soft and it's nice, and, you know, it's not bushy, but it's very big, and it's shiny, it's glossy, it's beautiful. Nema Cosmetics, these people, this brand is magic, and it's not even a paid ad or anything. I really honestly love their products, and that's how I've managed to have such beautiful, manageable, natural hair. All right, you guys can hit them up. Yeah, or just DM me for their details, or look for them on social media. You will love their products. Apart from eating healthy, is there anything else that you use for gaining weight? I'm a very, very small girl. I'm extremely skinny. My natural weight is somewhere between 45 kilograms and 48 kilograms. So for me to even be 57 kilograms is a lot of effort. It's a lot of work. I make sure that I eat at least 4 meals a day. I lift heavy so that I look bigger bigger than I actually am. And I try to eat healthy, but then I also mix it with junk food like pizza, like burgers, fries, because that adds fat to your body. I don't like being skinny at all. I don't like my body when I'm skinny, and I'm being honest. I know we talk about body positivity, but I don't feel healthy when I'm skinny. I feel very weak. But when I'm 57 kilograms or 58 kilograms like I am now, I feel strong, I feel powerful, and I feel healthy. And, you know, I eat basically a lot. I eat anything, and sometimes I have to force myself to eat because most times I don't have much of an appetite, you know. I use these little pills called Ciplactin sometimes. I'm not going to recommend it to you guys because I don't know your health history or anything, but just talk to a professional first before you do it. But I use it's a box, it's like an orange brownish box, and it's called ciprofloxacin. I take one probably every week or so, because I used to take one every day until my body became immune to it. So it's like I didn't take anything, because your body gets used to it and then it's not effective anymore. But it really helps me with my appetite, so I try and eat as much as I can. I eat peanut butter on bread every day with 2 boiled eggs, and that helps with weight gain as well. But it's emotionally draining trying to gain weight. It's extremely emotionally draining, and try not to put too much pressure on yourself. Take it one day at a time. Don't stress yourself. That's how you end up being depressed. Stop looking at the mirror every time and being like, I'm not happy. Just keep telling yourself, I'll be okay if I eat this today and I eat that tomorrow. Maybe by next week I should be seeing a difference in my weight. But at the end of the day, if you're skinny, you're skinny. Don't force it. Take your time, be patient, and you should be fine. All right? I'll also send you a quotation. What is your biggest fear in life? I'm not sure if fear is like an idea, or if I don't know if you're asking me my idea of fear or something that I'm scared of. I'm very afraid of disappointing people. That's why I give my all when I do something, like for a client or whatever. I'm very afraid of failure and disappointing people. But if we're talking about phobias, I'm afraid of geckos. Oh my God. Especially those ashy white ones that climb, wall geckos, the ones with the funny eyes, and I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about, oh my God. My cousins used to chase me around with those at the village, and I would run for my life. I'm thinking about them now. I'm looking around. I'm so afraid of those. Like, if you want to give me a heart attack, bring one of those wall geckos. They are ugly, they're creepy, they move weird, and then when they chase after an insect again, you just see them running, and then they grab a spider. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Wow. Woo. Let me just move on to the next question How do you stay positive in a world that is full of negativity, being a celebrity? I think when you're in the public eye for as long as I have been, you kind of grow a very thick skin. You start to just ignore things people say. You start to just you just become a stronger person, and things don't bother you anymore. I hear so many things. So many people come to me on social media with backward mentality and just insults and whatever. Of course, I'll reply here and there, but it's not because I'm sitting in my bed fuming and crying because somebody called me this and called me that. I just really grow thick skin, and I've learned to really accept myself for who I am, and I know who I am. Those who love me know who I am, and I'm surrounded by such positivity. The people I keep around, I've curated my social media in such a way also where I don't see negativity. Somebody comes at me sideways, I block. If I see somebody tweeting something I don't like, whether it's about me, whether it's about other people, whether they have the wrong perception of life, whether they're judgmental, whether they're I don't know. If I just don't like your social media presence, I'll block you. And that is how I surround myself with positivity. I see positive things only on social media. And I believe everybody should live their life like that, You curate your life in such a way that negativity doesn't necessarily get to you. It can try, but it's already blocked before it gets to you. And yeah, that's how I've managed to just stay positive at all times. How did you and Delesh become friends? I love your friendship, beautiful ladies. Delesh, that's also a very interesting story. Delesh used to date a friend of mine, Reggie. I used to work with Reggie at Spur. So I moved to Germany, and then that's the time I opened up a Facebook account. So I became friends with Reggie, and so I saw Reggie was dating a girl called Delesh, and I thought she was beautiful. She was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And I followed her, and I started talking to her because I became kind of like a fan of hers. And I think at first she was just like, "Who's this group you want to be?" But I didn't care. I liked her, and she was going to be my friend whether she liked it or not. So then the one day I get to Yunnan. And I find her there, and then I'm like, "Oh my God, Delesh, it's me, Maria." And at first she's like, "Oh, the girl from Facebook." I'm like, "Yeah, And then I hugged her. She didn't hug me back or anything because she was a bit creeped out, like, who's this weird girl? But the rest is history, and she's still my friend, still as amazing as she was the first time I met her. And yeah, that's how we became friends. Waxing or shaving? Laser hair removal is the truth. That's the best thing you can do to your skin. Shaving is very irritating. Your hair become brittle and hard, and you get ingrowns and you get pimples, and I haven't shaved in a very long time. Also, waxing is too painful for my liking. I don't like waxing. It leaves my skin dark. Ever since I started doing laser hair removal, my hair on my legs has stopped growing. I started doing laser in 2014, and in 2015 I didn't need to do my legs anymore. Of course, the parts that are a bit more, prone to hair growth, those ones keep growing, but they just keep getting less and less and less, and it takes about a month before new hair grows again. So yeah, definitely hair removal procedures. That's what I prefer, as opposed to waxing and shaving. What is your best childhood memory? All right, this is my favorite memory because it's basically the only one of 3 memories that I have of my dad. For some of you who don't know this, my dad died when I was 8, and I remember he would come from Oranjemund because he used to work in Oranjemund on a diamond mine. And when he'd come, like, he was a big man in the community at the village, and everybody would want to be seen with him, would want to be around him. He was quite a cool, very swagalicious man, actually. Like, he was like a cool guy. He's the kind of person that people walk up to and be like, "Oh, boss, oh, it's chief." He was the he was the one that paid for the bill. Basically, he was that cool. So the one day he told my mom to dress me up, bathe me and dress me up. So he takes me with to the coca shop. Like, close to my house at the village, there's something called Undingosho. That's where they have like these little local shops, like local little bars, like just little huts, and they brew traditional beer, like otombo, onjinja, okadogere. So that day I was all dressed up. He carried me, because it wasn't very far. It took about 3 minutes walk. You can see it from my house, like you just look across the fence and then you can see the Undingosho. So he carried me there, and then I remember he set me on his lap because I could speak Afrikaans. I started schooling in Windhoek that time, so I could speak Afrikaans, and that was his way of showing off to his friend that, look at my daughter, she speaks Afrikaans. And then we were speaking Afrikaans, which was weird because nobody else understands what we were saying. It's just me and him, but he's obviously just doing it for show, and he was so proud. I could tell how proud he was, and that's a memory I will cherish forever and ever. Amen. May your soul rest in peace, Papa. I think the last question I'm going, because there are quite a lot, guys. They're quite a lot. A lot. But I saw one just now when I was reading my favorite memory. Something about, why did you choose to become a director, and are you still an actress? I'll always be an actress. My passion for directing started, I think, 4 years ago. I was doing a music video, and a lot of things were being done in a way that I felt could have been done better or differently. And I just realized I have so much vision. Like, my mind carries a lot of creativity, and from there on I want to tell stories, not just in the front of the camera but at the back of, like, I want to be behind the camera as well. And I write amazing stories, actually, and I can't wait to actually put them into a final product and have you guys watch it. I love directing. I've never been more passionate about anything, more hardworking about anything. And I remember my friend Ajax, may his soul rest in peace. I remember I traveled last month, and I went to see Ajax before I traveled because he was in hospital, and I went to him, and he was talking about how he was watching my stories. I was directing KP's Jealousy, and he was watching my stories. Like, Maria, I'm so glad you found something that makes you so happy. I see how happy it, directing makes you, how passionate you are, and how much you give into directing. And then he passed away a few days later, actually, like 2 weeks later, and and that has even just fueled my passion more for directing. And I want to tell stories. I want to be able to direct people and create amazing content and amazing stories. And I can't wait for the world to see what director Ria has in store for all of you. So that brings us to the end of this Q&A. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to like and subscribe, as well as share. I'll be back soon with a new video, and mwah, love y'all.